Hey friends, if this kind of deep dive interests you, you're in the right place. Welcome back to Mr. America, where we peel back the layers of complex global developments through grounded storytelling and research. Today, I've uncovered something that's unfolding right now, and it's quietly building tension all around us. What if I told you that in the digital underworld of blocked memes and hidden posts, a subtle drama is playing out? One with implications for how we communicate, resist, and stay connected? By the end of this video, you'll see how a single move by one government can ripple through millions of conversations, maybe even change the rules of the game. Before we open the door, if you've made it this far, maybe consider subscribing to Mr. America so we can navigate these twists together. Imagine this: a hush falls in a familiar digital room. WhatsApp messages that once zipped across borders start to lag. Telegram video calls freeze. Voice notes drop mid-sentence. No official announcement, just a creeping censorship. That's exactly what's happening in Russia today. The government has begun restricting certain calls on WhatsApp and Telegram, foreign-owned encrypted messaging platforms that millions rely on for privacy and connection. Let's walk through the clues. Pause for a second. Why these platforms and why now? The answer lies in control, a desire to monitor, to limit, to influence the information environment. Research update. Recent regulatory filings and telecom monitoring indicate Russia has started throttling or blocking voice-over-IP traffic for foreign messaging apps. Domestic alternatives like VK Messenger or local ISPs now face less competition, and surveillance tools can gain greater visibility. Russia's telecom watchdog appears to be using deep packet inspection and selective port blocking to interrupt encrypted calls while allowing text chat to slip through. This divergence raises a question: are they disrupting convenience more than content? I'd love to hear from you. If you lived in a place where your voice calls went silent, how would that affect your daily life? Drop a comment. What would you miss most? A reassuring voice, that immediate reaction, or just the rhythm of conversation? Let's dig deeper. According to telecom watchdog reports from mid-August 2025, traffic analysis shows up to a 40% reduction in peer-to-peer call success rates on WhatsApp and Telegram, while local apps increased by about 25%. That's not a coincidence. It's engineered. The crackdown is quiet, but it's intentional. This suppression doesn't just degrade quality, it discourages use. When your call refuses to connect repeatedly, you switch platforms. Then, speed becomes privacy, becomes compliance. Here's where the suspense deepens. What if the real goal isn't just blocking calls, but steering people toward platforms easier to monitor? Imagine building a digital maze where users are nudged into fewer, less private channels. Think bigger. This isn't isolated, it's a chapter in a global narrative around digital sovereignty. Countries from China to Turkey are mastering similar moves, limiting foreign tech, promoting domestic alternatives, and exercising control under the guise of cybersecurity or encryption law regimes. Don't forget, we're all watching, and what happens in one place can ripple out. When one nation tests whether it can regulate voices, others watch, and either applaud or adapt. That's why this matters, far beyond Russia's borders. Here's what I want you to sit with. What if this isn't just about shutting you out, but about funneling you in? Pushing users toward apps that can be watched, moderated, or even manipulated more easily. A digital redirection. In a crackdown, voice, the most human of communication, becomes the front line. They can throttle text, but can they throttle trust? That's the question that reveals itself only when voices start to fail. And if you've made it this far, consider subscribing, and let's keep unpacking this together. In this moment of digital uncertainty, there's something you might not expect to hear me mention, but here it is. A VPN router, like the TP-Link Archer AX3000, can help ensure your encrypted traffic, including voice calls on platforms like Telegram or WhatsApp, have a fighting chance. Solid, dual-band Wi-Fi, VPN prioritization, and decent speed. Not a perfect fix, but a mindful tool in the larger picture. Link is in the description. So here's the final question I want to leave you with. If voices can be muffled by lines of code or network blocks, how will we ensure the resilience of truly private conversation? Reflective ending. Because it's not just about blocked calls, it's about whether trust and connection can be engineered or whether they emerge from us, no matter the protocol. Comment below. What would you do next? Would you adapt, resist, find a workaround, or tell your friends? Our conversations and our choices are the quiet resistance. And as we close this chapter, if you're keen to explore more hidden currents in global stories, subscribe to Mr. America. Your voice matters here. Thank you for listening, friends. Stay curious, stay grounded, and never underestimate the power of a whispered call. Until next time, take care.